Hello, and welcome to this strange article about a rumored movie coming to Disney's terrible, terrible Star Wars. Today I'm joined by Saber and Aura.
Hello, I wish I was dead.
Oh, we all
To
do.
be fair, Disney Star Wars will do that to somebody.
It's how to just bring the mood down in any conversation or extreme anger.
So they really screwed the pooch with Rey. She didn't have to suck. She really didn't. She could have been a lot better than she was. I mean, She basically brought the Mary Sue stereotype to the forefront.
Absolutely.
And
She was a Mary Sue in ways that hadn't been seen for a while at that point.
and Grogu
I hate him.
basically is the worst part of the Mandalorian show.
I hate him.
I know people think he's cute
They're
for
wrong.
some reason.
I hate him.
Even though he's got
best season or best thing with him in it was season finale of episode 1 where he gets decked in the face.
You mean season 1 series
Yeah,
finale?
That's why I thought.
But yeah, like the best parts when the two scout troopers are just hitting him.
Beating the shit out of him.
But hey,
Greatest.
don't worry. Remember that IG unit that blows itself up in the river of lava?
Yes.
Mm,
Don't worry. They brought him back
of course.
because
Of course, no one's ever really gone.
because he only fucking
For the old
nuked
heroes.
himself in a river of lava. You know, they were able to recover basically most of his torso and build a statue out of him. And then they took that part of him off the statue and rebuilt it.
Did the
That was part of the Mandalorian show.
Did the episode at least start off with the fucking IG unit has returned, like episode 9 did with fucking Palpatine?
No,
The text drop, Palpatine has returned. It was like,
No, it's
okay.
I don't remember exactly how it starts off. I know there's like a part where a bunch of pirates want to drink in a school.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of pirates like, come join us for a drink, and the mayor of whatever that town is called is like, no, let's go to my office and drink. That's a school, so they try to kill him.
That's reasonable.
And then the Mandalorian kills all them.
Sure, and he's cool. I hate it.
And then he goes to the statue they made out of the IG unit, rips off the IG unit bits, tries to reactivate him, but it resets the IG unit, so he immediately tries to kill the Mandalorian, so he shoots him in the face.
Why not just
And
go
then-
buy a super battle droid that costs like $3,000?
And then they take him to the stupid little robot repair guy from episode 9.
Babu Frick?
Well, I don't know if it's Babu Frick, but it looks the same. And then he's like, well, I can repair his body, but the memory chips are hard to find, so you have to go find one. So that's like his first fetch quest he gets, but then he forgets about it to go take a bath and fall into a pool. And then since he falls into the pool and the Mandalorian chick has to rescue him, she is the actual hero. Because not only did she bathe in the waters of Mandalore, she also saw the magical fish that makes you the Mandalorian's chosen king.
Okay.
The Mythosaur, that's what it's called.
The
God, I hate
Mythosaur.
Star Wars these days.
Oh my.
I don't know whether I should just cut this whole part out and put it in the back or leave it right in the forefront, because...
No, just leave it right here. It's fine. I'm gonna just open something, and you guys can use your imagination as to what that is.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the day. Anyway,
I think I said it best in the beginning of this.
I hate it. God,
However you edit it, who wants to start?
I'll fucking read. I hate. So, Star Wars Rey and Grogu movie rumored to reboot damaged Disney franchise. It's claimed that Star Wars is viewed internally at Disney as damaged and that Bob Iger has plans in place as a last-ditch effort to repair things. Okay, so first, a few things. This rumor has been out for like a month, February 8th. I think it was out a little bit before then, too. Does it hold any water? at the time I said no, simply because it just sounded too. I want to say it sounded too stupid to be real, but it's Disney Star Wars. Anything was stupid enough.
That's fair. I'm not sure if the trending tab is the same for all of us, but do you guys see what the first one is?
Dungeons and Dragons box office bounds worse than Shazam.
I hope that's not true, because that movie's actually good.
Yeah,
I don't think it is true.
I'd have to look into it, but I don't care at the moment enough to.
Yeah.
When you go down under the I think it's the fifth one, and it says somebody's also posting about how it's more woke garbage.
Oh,
Which
I
didn't see
mean,
that at all. And
No,
I'm
it's
very
not.
The
cynical
movie's
with movies.
not woke at all.
I'm very cynical when it comes to movies, and no, it was actually very good.
yeah, worth a watch. Not like anything with Star Wars these days.
Yeah, it was just a nice, pleasant adventure film.
Uh,
Whereas everything Disney Star Wars has made outside of the last 20 minutes of Rogue One has been cancer-inducing garbage.
it's bad. It's Star Wars.
One
Anyway.
day, anyway, before
We can only say it's shit so much.
it's gonna keep popping up because how else do you just show off? Anyway, what was I saying? Do these rumors hold any truth now that like 2 months have passed? Somewhat, because a lot of these rumors like to come from like Kathleen Kennedy's about to get fired, come from Doomcock, and he's been saying that his nonsense for fucking years now, and people still believe him for some reason. Just
It
like
is
fucking.
funny, though. There's a lot of reason to believe she would get fired. It just
There
never
is,
happened.
but yeah, it just never happened.
I think she's probably a pretty good executive. Like, she plays ball with the board and stuff, and that's why. Because, like, the other chick that just got fired,
The Marvel lady.
yeah, like, everybody bitched about how she was terrible to work for.
Yeah.
The problem is Kathleen Kennedy's able to hide behind all the people under her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's.
Well, I just meant I think she plays ball more as an executive, and
That's
that's
part of it.
why
That's part of it.
why she doesn't get fired.
Yeah.
But that's not really relevant to this.
Well, it is actually a little bit. So
Oh,
the only
yes.
reason I'll bring up why is the only reason why I'm now paying attention to this is not because Overlord DVD has been saying shit, Doomcock as he goes by. Because I tend to ignore most of his rumor nonsense because it just doesn't happen. However, a bunch of other sources that have been correct about some things have also corresponded in saying, no, he's actually right about this. Or this, at least this thing is true. I don't remember if it was Doomcock specifically that mentioned this Ray and Grogu movie.
I don't think I've ever.
Regardless.
Seen those videos.
There have been
Broken
multiple
clock.
sources come. I've seen some multiple sources coming out with like articles and videos and whatnot talking about how this actually might be a thing, a Grogu and Rey movie. Because, well, we'll read the article and find out. So I will just start off and say this is actually more likely than, at least from an outsider looking in, this seems to be more likely than one might fear. A big rumor claims that Lucasfilm is going to use Rey and Baby Yoda Grogu.
I think there's supposed to be a comma there. Like Baby Yoda or Grogu, because he's called both.
Yeah.
His actual name is Grogu, which sounds goofy.
Just call
But,
him Matt McCloyne, you fucking author of this article. Learn the character's name, you stupid shit.
Well, that seems harsh. You didn't
No,
even
fuck
do that.
fuck you. It's literally the first sentence. Big rumor claims that Lucasfilm is going to use Rey and Grogu to essentially reboot its damaged Disney Star Wars franchise as a last-ditch effort to invigorate the failing IP, which it is a failing IP. Look at its toy sales. It's hilarious.
Mhm.
Worth a mention before we dive in is the rumors fit with what YouTuber Doomcock had to say a while back. And the info comes from noted Disney leaker WDW Pro, who just had his Disney Park Splash Mountain redo scoop confirmed.
Well, I guess Doomcock is right about stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Who is Doom? Is Doomcock? Are his videos good, or are they like some good, some meh?
He's entertaining. He plays a character that's the future ruler of Earth. So
Oh, okay.
it's just he made like it felt like 200 videos in a row saying, "Don't worry, guys, Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired this week," and it never happened. so it pissed me
Oh.
off.
Well, I mean, you can't be right about all of them.
No, but it's like it's like a lot of the Nintendo leak, quote unquote Nintendo leakers people who just they say the same thing every time and eventually it'll happen. And it's like, guys, see, I've been telling you, new Paper Mario game is coming. It's like, you said new Paper Mario game is going to be revealed today for the last 6 years. No fucking shit, it eventually happened.
Yeah, I would agree that is definitely a leaker problem.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Yeah, so kudos to him. He seems to be right about this. It's just a lot of video game linking people pissed me off and kind of tainted my view of it all. Regardless.
Well, that's just him. I don't have that opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Aura does either. Do you?
No, not that I could talk about. I typically don't look at theory videos, though.
Yeah, neither do I.
Theory,
Bore me.
rumors, yeah. The rumor offers Disney is going to give a new Star Wars movie a big push starring Daisy Ridley, who returns as Rey, with Grogu, obvious older. See, he wrote Grogu correctly there. Chewbacca, R2-D2, and a brand new character that could retcon the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy.
I don't think they're gonna retcon it, man.
No, I don't either. I believe this movie's going to be happening. I just don't believe it's going to be a thing to retcon the sequels.
No, it's not likely.
As far as I understand it, Daisy Ridley has not had a lot of work since Star Wars, which, I mean, I'm sure she has plenty of money. She's probably fine. But if she wants to be an actor, probably use some leeway with Disney in order to come back, do a movie, and get more roles and money. Why is Disney...
I mean, she needs to pay bills, so good for her.
Exactly, it's fine. Real quick. I don't blame the actors. I blame the writers, the executives, the producers, and then J.J. Abrams 4 times in each slot.
Yeah, so... Also, don't harass anybody. None of that
Please.
shit. Leave them alone.
It only ends poorly when you do.
They're trying to make money.
Yeah, harass people, not cool. It's a big no can do. There, we've said it.
Now, in 10 years' time, so someone's going to link this back to us and be like, see, it was all of these guys' fault. And I'll be like, oh.
I'd be like, nuh-uh, in that same video.
No, the video.
This said not to do it. We even gave it a big no can do.
No can do.
It's not cool.
Leonardo says no.
Sonic says.
Sonic
Don't
says.
be an asshole.
Yeah, Sonic says don't harass people. It's not cool. Also, he got murdered recently, and there's a mystery to solve who did it.
Oh my.
Yes, that'll be something I will have fun with. Anyway, why is Disney Star Wars damaged? Well, there's 1,000,001 reasons. Let's see what the article says. Regarding Star Wars being damaged, according to the leaker, Disney internally views its Star Wars IP as damaged as it's doing nothing for its Disney Plus streaming network, much like Marvel, and interest in the Disney Star Wars parks has been on the decline. We can also add a new movie hasn't been in development since around 2018 with The Rise of Skywalker. Lucasfilm has canceled tons of Star Wars projects, and only the Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni stuff has been any good. No, only the Dave Filoni stuff has been good. How dare you?
I didn't really like Rebels, man. And I haven't watched Bad Batch.
Bad Batch is actually pretty good. Tales of the Jedi is, for all the Dooku stuff, is really good, and then the 3 Ahsoka episodes are eh. Mandalorian.
I think Mandalorian started off okay.
Yeah, it starts off okay. It's just I hate Grogu.
And then season 2 of Mandalorian is very cameo of the week. Mm-hmm. It does. I do like the Luke Skywalker scene at the end.
Yeah, I like the fan service
at the end. Yeah.
At the end there.
Because it's nice to see them having Luke show up, be a hero, and save the day and shit. That's cool, but it really pisses you off because you know where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So those Star Wars parks, as far as I understand it, they were dead on arrival because I don't know if you've looked into it, but in order to go on in the parks, it is an obscene amount of money, even by Disney standards. And then they have a Star Wars hotel that's something like $700 a night, I think.
Oh yeah.
Or is it $3? It was way too much for what it is. And I've seen plenty of videos and stuff of the parks basically fucking empty. pretty much The Last Jedi is pretty definitive in saying that's when it killed the IP. If you're jaded like me, you said it's been dead since got fucked since Lucas sold it in 2012. But it was the real nail in the coffin was The Force Awakens. Fuck that fucking movie.
It's just like the action.
I think
like
The Last
actual
Jedi
grief.
is where it really hit the nail.
What were you saying?
I said it's just like actual grief. Many people don't realize that something's truly gone until long after the thing is dead.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because like with episode 7, because I can never remember which one's which because they all suck. Like I at least saw a potential there to do something. However, they did none of it. They screwed it all up. They for lack of a better term, they fucked themselves in every way possible with that original.
It's actually
with that
impressive
release.
how they fuck themselves.
It's like how it's also impressive in the same kind of way how much the most recent set of Marvel movies have destroyed everything beforehand.
I haven't watched a Marvel anything since Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, you haven't missed anything.
And the one before that I watched was Spider-Man.
Hmm.
And then the one I watched before that was Endgame.
Spider-Man was good. It does have the problem of Doctor Strange being retarded to make the movie work, but
I tried watching
did like
this
that one.
Marvel series. It was bad.
oof, yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I like the character Miss Marvel. I don't know why they ruined her.
Because it's all they can do is destroy.
You only know how to destroy.
Kamala Khan was a good idea for a character, and they killed her.
Well,
I'm not surprised.
anyway,
What is the Star Wars Rey and Grogu movie about? Why did the picture of... I guess that they did say Chewbacca and R2 were supposed to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Episode 9 was so bad it killed Chewbacca, and then Episode 8 was so bad it killed Princess Leia. WDW Pro appeared on YouTube and spoke about what he was told where bounding into comics did the heavy lifting and transcribed into text. I'm told that some of those options included retconning the sequel trilogy as well as continuing the story, the narrative around what they've done so far, says the leaker. I'm told that Disney is going to bring back Rey. I don't believe for a second they would ever admit they're wrong and retcon anything. What do you guys?
no, I don't think they will.
No, because that would mean somebody's job.
They will never admit they were wrong. They honestly, they're incapable. Not even just Kathleen Kennedy, just all of Disney.
Pretty much.
I don't disagree.
Continues. This source, tells me that the reason that they are going to potentially bring Rey back is to test it out. Put out a big merchandising push with a theatrical release to go along with it and find out, can Rey invigorate Star Wars with a number of other characters around her? The answer is no. J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson fucked her character.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to be bad.
No.
She could have been good.
No, she could have been fine. Literally, Leia's daughter, Luke's daughter. Yeah, there was options. There was your two main options, and they went with Palpatine's granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Because they needed her to be related to an evil Force sensitive, ignoring the fact that Darth Vader exists.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been her grandpa. But no, that's not what they did.
They just wanted to be stupid. I hate... Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, so it's... I feel bad for Daisy Ridley, because it's not her fault, but there's absolutely no... People aren't going to get around her, because it's not like her toys really sold. It's... I talked to a lot of normies, because I work with a lot of them. None of their... Even the ones that like the sequel trilogy, none of their favorite characters is Rey. They like Poe, because he was quippy.
Mm.
Or like...
Poe and Finn are the two I usually hear people talk about.
Yeah.
Liking. And to be fair, I think Finn was more interesting out of the two, but they don't do anything with him.
Poe could have been really good, but they made him an absolute moron.
they the less said about Ryan Johnson and the better, and J.J. Abrams. It was fucked from the beginning. Just yeah. Anyway, according to the info, Disney wants to use Rey and Grogu to reunite the fan base, as Rey is from the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy and Grogu is from Jon Favreau's fan favorite series on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian. Well, according to recent ratings, The Mandalorian in season 3 is not doing too hot, which could put a hamper on this planned movie, as it is now.
I mean, The Mandalorian is like their flagship thing
It
right
is.
now. And yeah, this new season sucks because they're doing all the same shit they always do. Oh hey, girl boss shows up, she takes over the movie or the TV show. Oh hey, wasn't this cool and original? We did it with Loki. Oh hey, wasn't this cool and original? We did it with the Doctor Strange sequel. Oh hey, wasn't this cool and original? We did it to frickin' Black Widow for some reason, where we had another girl come in and take all her thunder.
It was bizarre, wasn't it?
It's the same problem with most of Marvel's properties and quite a few of DC's live-action properties. They run into the habit of trying to make... they basically make the characters stagnant. And they have no real progression. They have no real... lasting character progression.
Well, yeah,
They always fall back.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're saying. Like, they have these characters come out and they're just like, hey, you like me, right? Because everyone else in the series likes me. And they talk about how cool I am.
Like
and
an
even if they don't
alcoholic.
do that, they're just annoying and you can't really like them anyway.
It's like an alcoholic that repeatedly falls off the wagon even though they keep getting help.
Yeah.
Eventually you're just like, okay, I'm done.
I'm done helping you.
I'm done helping you. You don't want to help yourself? Bye.
I like the alcoholic
Analogy.
analogy. I almost
Basically,
said ideology.
yeah.
The ideology of alcoholics.
Ideology.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
These are my people you speak of. Oh, I gotta do that again. Ah, that's been my people you speak of, laddie.
Oh, a toy.
Got to be talking about my Lucky Charms and my rainbows and my leprechauns.
Four-leaf clover.
Very
I
Irish.
said something Irish.
The Galaxy Pillars, which will be the big characters going forward, which Disney hopes to unite the fan base by putting these characters together and having them be part of a unified story, that they're going to attempt to bring Rey back to get the sequel trilogy fans, should there be any, and some other characters, explains the DWW Pro.
It's kind of funny. Should there be any? Because that's actually in the article.
Yeah. Or have any normies you've talked to, any of them like Rey?
Nobody that I've ever talked to.
Shame.
But people like Grogu, it's a weird fascination with him.
Yeah.
Because he's a baby.
Yeah, I think it's just because he's a baby. And like, oh, he's so cute.
And I look at it and I go, ew, it's a goblin, kill it.
Ew, it's a 50-year-old man. Stop giving him all
Masquerading.
your love and admiration.
Especially because they're very inconsistent with how much of a baby he is.
Also, after 50 years, he's still an idiot. What's going on there?
No, he's like not sometimes. He can fly a freaking ship.
Yeah, that is true, too.
Fucking course he can.
I mean, he tells the robot to fly it for him, but he still somehow communicates to the robot to go to the Bo-Katan planet to have her go rescue Dimwit.
How fucking weird is Yoda's species aging? Because Yaddle was like a mature woman, and she was only 400.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's thought out, man.
No, it's not.
either.
It's stupid, and I hate him, because I hate the little goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Best parts in The Mandalorian are whenever he's not there.
Or when he got decked.
And when he gets punched by scout troopers. Legitimately.
Wow.
The most exciting part of Star Wars, live action Star Wars, since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Rey is the character who leads it all, continues the leaker. She's the one that they want to pin this on and try to revive it. If it doesn't work, they are willing to go back and scrap, but Rey is there, Chewbacca is back. I am told Chewbacca is in this.
So pin this on actually says a lot right there. They're basically gonna say, well, Rey's just a bad character. Like, She's just a bad actress. It's not our fault. Let's make something else.
Yeah, it's shitty, and I could totally see Disney doing it.
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they did.
I
They tried to be like, this is Daisy Ridley's fault, not ours.
They're good at throwing people under the bus.
Yeah. I think it kind of helps. I don't think Daisy Ridley has really said anything negative about Star Wars. Outside of, I think she said she doesn't like Rey in one interview.
I
But
think I've seen that one.
Thanks to her, we know that Snoke was originally supposed to be Plagueis.
made more sense than being a weird clone. Like
Yep.
Palpatine.
Right.
She has let quite a few things slip, which probably also helps with my.
Your guys' theory that they'll probably try to blame her.
Mm-hmm.
They might do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Because there, if I remember correctly, there's also another interview where she refers to her character as Kira, which was George Lucas's initial character concept for the character, where she was supposed to be Kira Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I
Even though
feel
everybody
like,
says that was never seen.
yeah. I do feel like what's gonna happen if they go this route is they're basically gonna try and do a movie where Rey is both Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, and she's gonna try to act like both of them do with Chewbacca, even though they act differently with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then since she was trained by Leia, she might also call him like a walking carpet at some point when he annoys her.
It'll be funny. People
Yeah.
won't remember or don't know.
They'll get the member berries out,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
fucking
it,
feed them to you.
it worked for episode 7.
Fair enough.
WDW Pro also says that BB-8 isn't as liked as much as R2-D2, and that R2-D2 will play a big part as the go-to droid going forward. No fucking shit. BB-8 is a stupid-ass soccer ball with R2's head on it. I hated BB-8 when they first showed it off, and I never understood the love for it.
There isn't any, which is why he's getting replaced.
I know. Around episode 7, there was a lot of love for BB-8. It wasn't until
It's because it was a cutesy droid that looked different.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it boils down to. Same reason people like Baby Grogu. He's cutesy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree that either of them are cutesy, but that's the reason why they're popular.
Oh yeah.
But it's a fading interest. Like, if you don't watch Boba Fett, you have no idea why Baby Yoda's back in Mandalorian Season 3. They don't even address it. They just, hey, Baby Yoda's back, and Din Djarin now has a shitty chrome Naboo starfighter to fly around the galaxy in. Hopefully he doesn't have to haul any bounties back, because that guy's going to have to sit in his lap.
That's what Disney does, though. They do it with Marvel too. If you haven't watched every little piece of their information, you're gonna miss out on a lot. That includes like weird, like side stories.
This is why like Luke Cage and Daredevil were so good, because like you didn't have to go watch every Marvel movie just to see them basically be in like low-level heroes in their little community, you know?
Well, and remember when they were like, "Hey, these TV shows have nothing to do with the movies," until they did. They straight up came out and said, "Hey, these are exclusively like separate."
Yeah, it was supposed to be its own little side continuity thing, and then
Until it wasn't.
they all got reabsorbed from Netflix back into Disney Plus, and then they're like, and now they matter.
Yep. Like you should have been paying attention.
Let's have Daredevil sleep with She-Hulk.
And be a really good lawyer than Spider-Man.
Yep. Granted, I like that scene in Spider-Man.
I do too. But still.
How did you do that? I'm a really good lawyer.
It was so good. But yeah, the other thing with R2 that a lot of people forget is R2-D2 is actually the main character.
Mm-hmm. He's a POV character basically.
Yeah, the whole saga of Star Wars is R2 and C-3PO, mostly R2 telling a story to a shaman of the wills that they then write down. But oh no, people forget about that.
Yeah, well, it's because it's
Interesting.
it's never really explained in any of the movies, and it's a very niche area of the expanded universe where you even find that out, or listen to George Lucas talk about it.
He does talk about it quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Which I could listen to that man talk about fucking making sandwiches, and I'd probably be entertained. The idea is that somehow Grogu is going to unite with Rey in the next movie if they can work out all the contracts. If they can get Daisy Ridley back, that Grogu will be part of it along with R2, Chewie, and a brand new character, says the leaker. I'm told that this new thing they're trying at now is an Iger initiative to try and rejuvenate the franchise. Pro adds, reiterating he has been told Star Wars cannot fail for Disney, and the decision point is that Star Wars is failing. Yeah.
Well, I, for one, am not surprised Star Wars is failing.
Not even a little bit. I can totally believe that this is an Iger initiative more so than a Kennedy.
Yeah.
Because Iger, if this fails, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt his reputation, his ego, because he's the one that pushed to buying Star Wars and then pushed all this shit out. Him and Kennedy pushed all this shit out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, I will never give Star Wars another chance. I mean, right now they have to do something that looks like it's chance worthy, and they just haven't done that. And even this article doesn't seem like that's something they're gonna do.
No,
Mandalorian.
Like I imagine they'll release. Oh yeah, probably.
For live
that's
action,
why I watched,
definitely.
Because like if I started with season 2, I wouldn't have watched season. No. Like if the seasons were reversed, it started with 2 and then went to 1, I would not have watched 1 if 2 was first.
Even worse with 3, it sounds like.
Oh, 3 is stupid as shit. But yeah, they have to do something worthy, and they'll probably do like, a bunch of stuff moving around. They're like, hey, look, a TIE fighter. Hey, look, a Y-wing. We remember they exist now. Oh, hey, look, it's Rey and Chewbacca, and they're gonna make a quip before they hop into light speed. And then the Star Wars logo will pop up and it'll be purple. And I'd be like...
They haven't done purple yet.
Like, okay. What the fuck? Who is this for? And they're like, it's to let you know what happened to Rey after she saved the universe from Palpatine, who killed himself. Even though that's exactly what he wanted to do.
I'm curious on what this theoretical new character would be, because the easiest way I could see them... now, this would be all very desperate.
It'll be Mara Jade.
Mara Jade. Oh no, Mara Jade, trained by Rey to be her lover and apprentice.
Yeah, and then they'll have a kid together somehow, and that'll be Kyle Katarn. And you'd be like, "Why is his last name different?" They're like, "Don't worry about it. It's Star Wars."
You say these things, and I say these things in jest, but
I said it because it's completely ridiculous. Like, well, they needed a donor, so the two of them went to Chewbacca.
What?
A hairy boy.
That's why Kyle Katarn has
a sweet beard.
Because he's a half Wookiee. Yeah, that's right. We're bringing the half back. Oh no.
The Star Wars hasn't really had a half race thing.
No, it doesn't. Typically, like the thing that happens with is nothing, but Twi'leks make Twi'leks with other stuff.
With very few select other things. Same with the Night Sisters.
Yeah.
And I think Changelings. Which I can never remember their actual race name. But anyway, Star Wars lore aside. The thing I could see them doing with a new character to try and tie everything together, to try and appease the fans they've pissed off, which they could say this new character is like the child of Kylo and somebody. So, guys, there's still a Skywalker running around. Don't worry.
They could, yeah. That might be what they try.
And to be fair,
Kylo has his secret wife.
He had a secret child with somebody.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It was Snoke's left-hand assassin, also known as Mara Jade.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be something stupid like that, and then that'd be the new character to go forward.
It'll be Kylo Katarn.
Honestly, and that's Kylo Katarn. Oh no,
Kylo Katarn.
It can't be the same as.
That's true. They just
as Legends.
What? Now I'm just imagining Kyle Katarn, but with that stupid ass voice. Ugh. Or why you do this to me?
I still remember when we went to see that stupid movie, and he took the helmet off, and Aura immediately was like, "Put it back on."
Just really loud.
Put it back
Very
on. Very
deadpan. Put it back on.
Put it back on. You are much less intimidating with it off.
Literally had half
The
the
wide
theater
boy of
start
Star Wars.
half the theater just starts snickering because of that.
Yeah, it's because you knew you weren't supposed to laugh because it's supposed to be intimidating. But they forgot to give him any, like, if they put like a burn on his face or something, or gave him Sith eyes, maybe it could have been better. But I mean,
That he just
Sith
has like
eyes
an
are
angsty teen.
yeah, Sith eyes are apparently hard to do because even Anakin doesn't have them in Episode 3 when he should.
He has them at first, and then he doesn't.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
I would blame Padme on that. And that's headcanon explaining instead of just a special effects fuck up, which is what it is.
yeah, it's like they didn't even just like give him contacts or something.
Yeah. My headcanon is it went away temporarily because he saw Padme, and then it
That's
came
'cause
back
they would
later.
melt
But...
on Mustafar.
yes, they would.
But yeah, like I don't know.
But that is my best case scenario of like how they could try to do that. What a new character would actually be is anyone's guess. I took a secret Skywalker guess. What are your guesses, fellas? But don't copy the secret Skywalker. That's mine.
I'd probably guess some kind of like, oh hey, I'm a Final Order trooper, and I'm totally not Finn.
All right, so we got a secret Skywalker, totally not Finn. Oro, what's your guess? What would be your guess if this is true?
It's gonna be a joke character.
Oh yeah, comic relief,
Comic relief.
probably. Basically,
Jar Jar came back.
Yeah, a not Poe Dameron.
It's gonna be a Jar Jar feller.
That'd be.
If Jar Jar actually came back, I would legitimately go see the movie.
I seen another post not too long ago talking about they're actually thinking about doing a Jar Jar actually is a Sith movie.
Even as a what if movie, that would just be a fun thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's another thing with Disney that they have the power to do, and they just don't. Is they could just do. They did the stupid what if bullshit with Star Wars Visions, that terrible fucking show.
Mm-hmm. You didn't like the sing along?
I am upset that I made everyone watch that. I'm upset with myself for watching it. I'm upset that I'm going to make you watch season 2.
You didn't make us record watching it.
Because I didn't think about it at the time. Because that would have been the funniest fucking thing ever.
Somebody almost got hit in the penis during the watching of that. It was pretty funny.
We're going to have to... not rewatch it, but we are going to have a discussion just dedicated to that fucking abomination.
Mm.
The one with the bunny girl is the best one, but it's still not good.
Yes. And then the rest of them are all between a 1 and a 1.5.
The brother and sister fighting was cool looking, but it was goofy.
Yeah.
I would hope so. With Studio Trigger.
Yeah.
But
that one when he takes his lightsaber and cuts the the Gemini Death Star or Star Destroyer in half.
Gemini Star Destroyer. Because
even though they forget that they need oxygen to live, and they just hop out in space.
I mean, fair, they forget they need oxygen to live in fucking Rise of Skywalker. At the same time, they forget how to go
Skywalker,
up.
They don't even know which way up is. Yeah.
The Rise of Skywalker is hilarious.
Like when the cavalry is charging across the deck of your ship, I don't know why you wouldn't just tilt it so all those stupid horses fall off.
You don't even have to tilt the ship. Just don't send anyone up there because there's no way they can get to you. What are they gonna do?
I mean,
they're gonna poop on them.
They could have thermite grenades or something on them for some reason.
Yeah, but they don't.
I know they don't, but like if you just tilt the ship, they all slide off.
Yeah, I know. The Rise of Skywalker is awful. It's worse than 7, but I still hold it's better than 8.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
I saw it in Garbo pirated quality 3 times because I had to watch it with people.
In Minecraft, he didn't actually pirate it. Wink, wink.
No, of course not. It was playing Sea of Thieves. Pirating in that game. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yar har fiddly dee. Kylo Ren is angry.
He's an angry boy and a wide boy.
He's also not very consistently written, even though people seem to think he is.
No, I remember when episode 7 came out and everyone said, "Oh, he's cooler than Darth Vader," and I had an aneurysm.
I never heard that.
No.
That's just
Jim
straight up
Sterling.
lie. Oh, well,
An idiot.
he lost the plot.
He did lose the plot. But that is covering this article and having our thoughts and opinions on this potential of a new Star Wars movie. If they have a secret Skywalker, I'm correct. If it's Jar Jar Binks or Comic Relief, Aura's correct, and you owe him $20, potential viewer.
I'm okay with that.
And if it's totally not Poe, Mr. Saber right here, he gets 3 shillings.
I said Finn, you idiot, not Poe.
Shut up.
Shekel.
Now you get a shekel.
But yeah,
I get a crisp high five.
I'll take a rupee.
I want a Zelda one though. I want that shit to be a green gem.
There you
No,
go.
I get the rupee.
Cut the exact same way it's supposed to be. But yeah, if this movie has any chance, it's gonna need a really good trailer, and the people who see it are gonna have to really strongly recommend it to everybody, and not be influencers who have no idea what a Star Wars even is, as they would word it.
Just jumping on the Star Wars bandwagon.
It'd be like, yeah,
I've always liked Star Wars. I love Sauron.
I've always loved Star Trek.
Klingon, peace sign.
on peace sign. Yeah,
Got the ears.
it's like when you're like when I was a kid, my mom would call them Pokemans. It's like like these are the kind of people you get to recommend your movies, and you're just like, yeah, see, I'm not gonna listen to you because
Or Freezer.
you don't, Freezer instead of Frieza. But yeah, like you're just like, I'm not gonna listen to you because you don't really sound like you're into the fandom enough to really appreciate what's happening here.
They're not.
And I have a couple of reviewers I watch. Everybody does, but like if I would have to hear from multiple people that it's good, because at this point,
Not even good.
like, I've heard
just fine, and I would probably give it a chance. Honestly, I would hate it every second of it, but I'd at least give it a chance.
Well, I mean, not if you liked it.
Yeah, and then if I liked it, I'd be very happy and surprised.
Yeah. But it's not impossible. It's just not very likely that you'll capture my attention with the trailer. Because like I said, it'd probably be like a TIE fighter, a Y-Wing, some random planet shots, a quip, and then they take off and purple Star Wars symbol. You're like, ooh. And we could all react to that one idiot who cried when he saw the Rise of Skywalker trailer.
Oh my god, it's so epic! How do they keep doing this?
That dude needs like actual mental health though. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't harass him.
Major
Just,
therapy.
like he does need a therapist.
He
Because
needs-
you should never cry watching a trailer.
There's stuff going on in this kid's life that we have no idea about.
He needs a therapist and a hug.
Like
Maybe
the
not.
Leave Brittany Alone kid.
Yeah.
There's
I
something
know.
wrong with that kid too.
Yeah. But anyway.
That's an old reference. Anyway,
Yep.
that's all for this nonsensical thing. Tell us, what are your thoughts? Are any of us going to be correct? Is this all just nonsense and we've been trolled? Is this an elaborate April Fool's?
A ruse, if you will.
An elaborate ruse? Is it a trap? Let us know. Goodbye, everybody.
So long.
Fiddle-